Today's big game is between Gold Coast and Geelong. The Cats fans making some noise as they step onto the field. The cheer squad's hard work is paying off. The banners are looking great.
Play the game as it should be played. At home or far away.
Well, we could be in for a scrappy game here. Both sides have been pretty good defensively of late. It's which defensive method stacks up better.
A big roar as Gold Coast enter the arena. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they play today.
That's true, aren't they?
The captains converge for the toss of the coin. The Cats winning the toss. Round 4, where we all know who should get the job done, but it's shaping as a very interesting matchup. Players head to their positions as we prepare for the opening bounce. And here we go. It's the Suns taking on Geelong. He can take off after that handball. Cameron collects the loose ball quickly onto the boot. Finds a target. Chips it towards half forward. A great mark taken there. Goes the long option. And the mark will be paid. 35 metres out. Hawkins going for number 1. The drop punt goes straight between the big sticks. Look at them celebrate that effort. He's kicked the first goal. Wins the ruck duel. He's got the football now. Opportunity for Dallas. Going for goal number 1. Takes the mark. This is kickable by his standards. Normally a good shot on goal. He acknowledges the crowd. Gold Coast get themselves on the board. About to resume hostilities. Witt gets it down. Got the hands free. Hits the target by hand. Goes by hand to Day. Close call there, but it just made it for a score. That's his first. He loved that one. Gold Coast have kicked back-to-back goals. The margin is 6. Witt won it down. Atkins controls this one.
Constant pressure and rewarded.
Cameron coming on. There'll be a ball up in the centre square. Anything standing out at the moment for you, Gaz?
It's a really good contest out there right now, and it's great to watch.
Did well to control the ball. Parfitt will be upset with that. The loose ball scooped up. Stabs at the kick. Stuck the mitts out there and held on to it. Day kicks it. Dalhouse takes the mark. Moves it by foot. Good mark by Cameron. With a driving kick. Looks like the ball will be coming back. The kick from Arbrow. Marks that ball uncontested. Looks up with the kick. He gives chase to the footy. Gathers it now. Getting pushed out of the way was Jenkins. He wins possession. Dangerfield just fends off his opponent. Rushes with the kick. Myers wins the ball in the air. 35 metres out. Should be simple from here. Going for goal number one. A drop punt through the goals. They get around him after that effort. Tight contest here. Scores locked up. Centre bounce. Tap down. Cameron hacking it out of there. A solid mark from Rowan. Wants to play on. Gets the handball away. Is in his possession. Higgins slots the goal. Look at him. He really enjoyed that one. Geelong have kicked the last 2 goals. A 1-goal lead for the Cats. Puts on a bump. The umpire will ball it up. Day clears the contest. With the ball now. It'll be all tied up if he kicks this one. Lucky to score with that shot. Gold Coast behind by 5. Unsure of their next move. Strong mark in the contest. Moves the ball by foot. Henderson grabs that one. Looks to move it by foot. Marked by Stewart. Going for distance with the kick. Found a way to keep it alive. Miller throws the ball away. Dalhouse heads long with that kick. Atkins with an easy mark. Channels a long kick. The ball goes over the boundary near the 50. Ball over the boundary line. What do you make of the game so far, Gary?
This is a classic game we're seeing right now. Great tackling technique.
Rankin having some trouble down there. That doesn't look good. Don't think he'll be coming back. Hurried kick. Doing well to intercept that kick. 45 metres out. A big moment coming out. Gold Coast looking to gain the lead with this kick. His teammates rush over. Gold Coast back in front. Back in the middle. Has the rucks go at it. Stanley palmed it down. Stanley couldn't complete the tackle. Scoops up the ball.
Great tackling there, Hutto.
Gets a hand to the ball. Cameron coming onto the ground. We'll get a ball up on the wing. Taps it down. Collects the loose ball. Dangerfield gets the handball away. An opportunity for a 3rd goal. Just got a hand to that one. Henderson searching for a teammate. Blitzards with the mark. Goes by foot. Wins the race to the ball. Kicks hurriedly. Couldn't snaffle it. Going for goal number 1. The ball ends up with Hawkins. Almost certain to go through from this distance. He heads for home. That's a well-executed kick for a goal.
Yes, Hutto.
That's 2 now. Finding his feet in front of goals. He's enjoying that goal. Umpire ready to resume play. Guided down nicely by Day. Gets a hand in. Swallow keeps it moving. Dangerfield steals possession. Elects to kick it long. He has to hold on to those.
Thank you.
Now we've got a ball up. What can you tell us, Gaz?
This is a
Day aims for his man on the ground. Gary, your thoughts on the first quarter?
Geelong would have to be happy with that first term.
Well, we're out of the blocks with a frantic, high-scoring opening term. I wonder what lies ahead. What do you... Ready to go for the second term. Back in the middle to resume play. Witt thrashes it. He has the ball. Has a man running for him. Has it now. Myers going for number 2. What a lovely goal from there. Pretty happy with that one. Geelong lead Gold Coast 30-20.
Geelong are making the most of their ruck dominance. It's one area of their game that seems on top here.
Thumped by Wits. Well taken at ground level. Dangerfield to take the free. He drives it. Kolajasny got under it. Uses it now. Blitzarves runs after the ball. Ainsworth wins the foot race. The ball in the hands of Bowes. Knocks up his first touch. Takes that one strongly. Opportunity now for King. Might be too far out to score. Puts it on the boot. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Day will have to put everything into this one. Already kicked a couple of goals. This for number 3. King had it, lost it. Celebrating hard. Gold Coast now only trail by 4. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Dangerfield with the intercept. He's got the footy in his hands. Had plenty of the ball. Menegolik receives the ball. Going for goal number 3. Geelong by 5 points. Collins deciding where to go with the kick in. Harbrow marks uncontested. Decides to kick. A chance to gather the ball. Weller with a drilling ball. A chance to reload the attack now. Guthrie winds up and goes long. Ball stripped in the tackle. Sweeping handball from Harbrow. Collecting high fives now after that goal.
He's absolutely loving it. Why not?
Menegolik celebrates with the fans. The lead is now 11. Back with another centre bounce. Hammers it. He gets his hands on the footy. Took his eyes off the ball. Witt going for number 1. Oh, what a goal! Gets some reward for his efforts. Gold Coast close the gap to 5. Back in the middle now. Witt gets onto the ball. Takes possession. He gains possession. Just put it on the boot. The ball ends up going to ground. Day heads onto the ground. The umpire calls for the ball now. Can you tell us anything at the moment, Gaz?
I'm liking what I'm seeing at the moment, Hutto. A great game of footy.
Rowan gets on the end of this. Handball's out in front. Just gave it away. Brings it out of the pack. Doesn't take the mark. Taken well at ground level by Sexton. I haven't seen him for a while, Gaz.
Well, he hasn't had the impact we were expecting.
His first possession. A good job keeping it in play there. And the ball ends up over the line. Lukosius runs onto the field. We'll get a ball in. Ball back into play. Duncan with a clean collect. He decides to go for home. No issues with that drop punt. Congratulated by his teammates. Gold Coast go back in the lead again. The game is back underway. Clears the contest. Up for grabs for Atkins. Couldn't get the hand pass away, so he just threw it. Elects to kick. Atkins looking to track down the footy. Getting in the way was Higgins. Links with hands. Takes a strong mark. Goes for territory. Ends up turning this ball over. Menegolik puts it on the boot. They chase after the loose ball. Keeps it alive under some pressure. Couldn't go on with it, and the ball goes out. Ball over the line. Ball tossed back in. Day won the hit out. Dug out by Higgins. Guthrie dominating this game.
He's really having a big impact on this game.
Collins takes it well. Slams it on the boot. Weller takes the mark uncontested. Puts boot to ball. Finds this one all by himself. Uses it by foot. Gets into some space to mark this. Goes with the kick. Finds a bit of room to mark. Can't take the mark. Finds the loose ball. Gives it to Selwood. Harbrow can't hold on to the tackle. Menegolik missed an opportunity to mark. That one will really lift them.
No doubt about it.
Gets his first. Jenkins enjoying that goal. Geelong get back and grab the lead. We're back in the middle now. Witt thumps it clear. Gets the ball out of heavy traffic. Well picked up. Menegolik with the shot. Couldn't keep the ball in play. What are your thoughts at the moment, Gaz?
It's a really entertaining game of football.
He gets his hands on the footy. Markov just gets it onto the boot. Intercepts the ball well. A quick handball from Stewart. Hacking it out of there. Fends off the tackler. Witt going for distance with the kick. Tui couldn't hang on to the ball. Couldn't take it. Picks up the loose ball. They'll snatch the lead if this goes through. A time to celebrate. He celebrates hard after that. Gold Coast still back the lead. Witt with a big fist on it. Miller wants to keep it moving by hand. Slams it onto the boot. Takes a simple grab. Works it across the ground. All kinds of pressure being applied.
Great attack on the ball carrier.
That doesn't look good. He must be injured. Looks like the day's over for Rankin. Nice mark under pressure. Half-time arrives, Gary. What are your thoughts on the first half?
A good first half from Gold Coast. They can be well pleased with how the game is shaping.
Any thoughts from you, Gaz?
Gold Coast are in front in the clearances, and it's allowing them to create pressure up the field and scoring opportunities.
Thanks, Gary. Players back on the field to begin the second half here. We're back in motion. Witt with the hit. With the ball now. Manufactures the handball.
Footy.
There'll be a ball up in the centre square. Punches it clear. Stanley puts on a bump. The tackle deserves a free and gets it. What a tackle.
Showing some really good pressure there.
Atkins slick with the hands. Blitzarves just put it on the boot. Keeps the kick low. Henderson takes a strong mark. Sinks the slipper into it. Takes an uncontested mark. Guthrie drives the kick. Takes the mark all by himself. Atkins sends one up towards the wing. Got boot to ball. Does well to cut off the kick. Putting this one through would give the Suns plenty of confidence. Chose to kick it. The mark has been taken. 35 metres out. He goes it alone. Just not good enough with that kick. Gold Coast by 2 points. Henderson looking to bring it back into play. A spearing kick. Easily takes the mark. Blitzarves goes with the kick. He takes the mark. A spearing kick from Stewart. Good mark and looks to send it back. Chips it towards half forward. He's worked hard and probably needs a chance to rest. The mark is taken by Menegolik. He flicks it over. Quick hands, and they could be away here. Good mark there. Higgins wants to play on. Looks to move it by foot. He takes the mark. Normally a pretty good kick. Let's see what he can do here. This kick will put them in front. A strong pack mark. Bit of an angle for this kick. This is a big kick in the context of this game. A kick to hit the front. He's excited about that one. They're in front. We resume hostilities. Big thump from Day. With the ball is Miller. Miller just threw it. Selwood has resources out wide. Nice work from Fiorini. Works it across the ground. It's a foot race to get this one. Sexton brushed off easily. Takes a nice mark. Moves it by foot. Harbrow leading the race to the loose ball. Parfitt uses the bump. Tui is streaming past and gets the footy. Keeps it moving. Stuck the mitts out there and held on to it. Goes by foot. Selwood gets on the end of this. He drives it. A good mark under the circumstances. Takes a simple grab. Drives the kick hard. Rowan looks to get onto the football. My ball, says the umpire.
It's a big stage of this game.
Winning it was Day. Just threw the ball. Puts boot to ball. Finds a target. Uses it now. Winning the ball in the air was Ballard. Puts it on the boot. Collins needs to lift.
You're right, Hutto. He's gone missing lately.
The loose ball picked up. Great mark in the pack. He's in charge of the ranking points.
He is dominating this game.
Manages to get a hand to it. Sweeping handball. Parfitt has a teammate on the move. Myers continues to find the ball.
You're right, Hutto. He's an absolute ball magnet.
Day thumped it clear. Got the hands free. Ainsworth moves it by hand. And now they're away. Markov with the ball. Elects to kick. Not many touches of the ball for Ferguson. Markov couldn't stick the tackle. Coughed up by Duncan. Clean pickup by Guthrie. Picked up now. Sexton gets it away under pressure. Goes for the goals. He bangs it through. Markov loves that goal. They've hit the front. About to resume play. Day got a fist to it. Takes possession. Duncan gets the ball. Releases by hand. Gets a quick kick away. Hawkins the better man there. 30 metres from home. He goes for broke. Darts it through for another. Knows where the goals are. And he's got 4. Hawkins celebrating hard. Geelong goes back into the lead. Umpire ready to resume play. Thumps it clear. Just releases the ball. Turned it over. Contests the hard ball.
Oh, it's tense out there at the moment, Hutto.
Day thumps it forward. Guthrie is blowing hard after that effort. Marks now and can send it back. Gaz, what are your thoughts after that third quarter?
Geelong fans will be hoping they can hold on and get a memorable victory today.
What stands out for you, Gaz?
Gold Coast have turned it over too often to...
Let's see what this last quarter throws up.
They have to go quickly to have any chance from here.
Swats it. Has it now. A clean pickup. Releases the handball. Scoops it up. Picked off the deck. Miller hammers it at goal. Hooks the kick. Gold Coast reduce the margin. Players move as they look to provide an option. Nobody can hold on here. Does well to keep it in play. Kept alive under pressure. Unfortunately not for long as the ball goes out. The ball is coming back into play. Thrashes it. Gathered by Atkins. Mops up the loose ball. Can he put it through? A time to celebrate. And don't they get around Wicks? They've taken the lead. And we're back in motion. Witt hurls it away. Dangerfield finds possession. Goes by hand. Manages to get a hand away. Ball gets cut off. He just throws that ball. Uses it by foot. Dangerfield gets in a good position. The distance might be just beyond him. They can't afford to be wasting these shots at goal from the corridor. A chance to steal the lead right here. Drop punt straight through the middle. Dangerfield couldn't be happier with that goal. Geelong take back the lead. About to resume hostilities. Witt just swats it away. He wins possession. Drops the ball. Tui just threw it. Good opportunity for Gold Coast to put a goal through here. 45 metres out. Big moment to get the lead with this kick. McPherson getting the crowd involved. Gold Coast goes back in front. Back in the middle now as the Rucks go at it. Witt with the punch. Just gets it onto the boot. Easily takes the mark. Alice plays it on. Seen plenty of it. Wants to keep it moving. Has a runner alongside him. Good mark there. Dalhouse keeping it low. Cameron a bit too casual with the tackle. Blitzar's got the hands free. Guthrie gets on the end of that handball. Can already tell that's not too good. He looks injured. I think the doctor will be taking a close look at that one. He drives it towards goal. Slams it home. Rowan loved kicking that one. Geelong get on top again. Centre bounce. Big thump from Day. Has to do better in that mark contest. Kolajasny uses it by foot. Taking a nice grab. A piercing kick from Hawkins. Jenkins has resources out wide. Great grab. Keeps it moving. Moved on by Rowan. He couldn't hang on. Harbour failing to get near it, Gaz.
Yeah, he's barely touched the ball, Hunter.
Bowes just landed in his back. Myers looks to convert this opportunity. 45 metres out.
They can take the sting right out of the game here.
Already kicked a couple of goals. This for number 3. Myers wouldn't be happier with that goal. Geelong 73, play Gold Coast 64. The game is back underway. Thumped clear. Sinks the slipper into it. The ball spills to Henry.
False pin. Thank you.
It's a very tight game right now.
Punched away. Finding the loose ball was Alice. Markov leaps over the top. 25 metres out. He takes aim. What a sensational goal. Another goal. He's kicked a couple now. Markov getting the crowd involved. The slimmest of margins in this. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. He's got the footy in his hands. Spills the mark. Witt releases by hand. Miller puts another one through. Smiles all round. That's 2 in a row for Gold Coast. Gold Coast are back in front. Thrashes it. This is Wicks. Finding the ball was Atkins. Not sure what the problem is from here, but something is definitely wrong. Gaz, what did you see there?
Well, the doctor will have to take a look at that one. It does look serious.
Rowan spills it. Powell marks it. Hurried kick. Whoa, what about the view from up there? Decides to kick. Well, it does well to mark. Tries to gain some territory. Terrific mark there. Got boot to ball. Menegolik won himself a free. He takes the shot. Kept his head and kicked the goal.
He's enjoying every second of it out there.
Menegolik celebrates with the fans. It's on again as Geelong take back the lead. Hammers it. He has the ball. Kicks in heavy traffic. Day over the top. 40 metres from home. You'd expect this one to sail through the middle. They could take the lead here. Brilliant stuff. And he puts it through. Day loves that goal. Gold Coast steal back the lead. Back with another centre bounce. Witt's got a fist to it. Gains some territory. Gets the loose ball. Stanley collects it.
Great tackle.
Couldn't quite with the mark. Is in his possession. Ends up marking uncontested. Goes with the kick. Finds this and marks well. Higgins just bangs away at goal. He delivers with the drop punt. Puts his second on the board. They get around him after that effort. Geelong take back the lead. We resume hostilities. Witt gets onto the ball. Quickly onto the boot. Can't take possession. Gold Coast just falling short in that one. Gary, what really stood out for you today?
The ability to stand up in the big moments is what decided the result. But what a game it was.
Thanks, Gaz.
We're always on the ball. We play the game as it should be played. At home or far away. Our banners fly high.
Final scores are 85 to 82.